Congratulations! You're on your way to hiring a student employee. Is that it? It's easy to think that there's nothing more to learn, but supervising student employees is important work. Having student employees is great for MATC, but it's also a great responsibility for the supervisor. Being a good supervisor is your job, and it's the most important thing you do. Whether you are a new supervisor or an experienced veteran, supervision is a skill that can always be improved. Your work as a supervisor shapes individual lives and your students' performance. Our student employees look to their supervisors for knowledge and skills that will help them through their careers long after they've graduated from school. This is where the real work begins. As you know, our students come from diverse backgrounds. Some have work experience and some don't. Oftentimes, on-campus employment is a student's first job, and you, as a supervisor, will be teaching them the skills that they need for the rest of their work career. This is an important time to think about our core MATC values and MATC Career Essentials, which represent goals for the skills, knowledge, habits, and attitudes all students will learn and demonstrate by graduation, workforce entry, or transfer. Think about how your on-campus positions can cultivate development and reinforcement of MATC Career Essentials. Regardless of our job title, we are educators at MATC. Being able to instill these values into our students in the course of their work responsibilities is crucial. It's the real purpose of student engagement and your role as the supervisor. On average, MATC has about 400 student employees every year, and the number continues to grow. Student employees are truly the backbones of our operations, and we just couldn't run without them. Student employees have a great potential to take on valuable, worthwhile positions and contribute meaningfully to your department's success. Think about how you can maximize your contributions that your student employees can bring and how you can facilitate that as a supervisor. Think about and plan your onboarding, orientation, and training process to do that. If you don't invest the time, you won't get the rewards. Take the time to envision what they can do and link it with the academic piece. What are they learning in the classroom that could be field work in the position? How can you reinforce those career essentials? What students can you recruit to give them the most meaningful work experience and references related to their program? As they get ready to get out in the work world, on-campus employment can give them the skills they need. Students have to complete a student employment orientation in Blackboard. That means you must plan and allow time during your student employee's first week of training for them to complete their orientation. This orientation and training is mandatory for all student employees and includes topics such as student employee responsibilities, how to set themselves up for success in their new role, professionalism, managing conflict, customer service etiquette, how to enter their time cards, FERPA, We Care standards, and more. After they complete the Blackboard orientation and training, then provide your own orientation and training specific to the role. Check out our training resources located on our website for ideas. Next, be flexible. Flexibility doesn't just help students balance their school work with their job. It also helps them practice finding a work-life balance once their careers begin. Make a schedule considering your students' class schedule and other commitments such as sports, student organizations, and family commitments. Remember, your student employee cannot work more than 19 hours per week, so it is your responsibility to make sure that you create a schedule that does not go over 19 hours per week. It is your responsibility to understand and follow all of the time card procedures and ensure that your student understands as well. Make sure to remind your student employees to complete their time cards on a timely basis. If your student has an issue with completing their time card, you must assist them. Refer to the time card training video for all procedures and instructions related to time cards. Communication is key. Share your expectations and goals. Keep open lines of communication so students can ask questions. Providing feedback to students is essential. They will learn best if they know how they're doing. Training doesn't just happen the first day or the first week or even the first month of their job. It should happen on a regular basis. Allow students to sharpen their skills the whole time they are employed before graduation. Because student employees are both a student and an employee, it is important to make sure that you're always teaching and helping them grow. You can do that as a supervisor in many ways. Leading by example is important. You can set the tone for a student through your own work ethic and model good habits. Develop professional, meaningful, and impactful relationships through not only supervising but mentoring and coaching, which allows your student employee to seek advice and guidance for personal and professional growth. Research shows student retention increases when students feel connected with someone on campus. You, as the supervisor, can be that someone. Make the work experience meaningful for the students, which will help them become more employable later. Schedule regular one-on-one meetings, whether on a weekly, monthly, or per semester, with durations ranging from a brief 15 minutes to an extensive hour. Remember, any form of interaction is more beneficial than none at all. Check out our website for one-on-one meeting resources and topics of conversation, including the Wisconsin Grow program and the Goal Setting Guide. Recognition is also important since it rewards the positive habits students build as they become outstanding employees. Acknowledge and appreciate student employees' contributions publicly, whether as a shout-out in team meetings, team communications, or emails, or privately through a small token of appreciation such as a written thank you or a verbal good job. Make sure their dedication and hard work does not go unnoticed. Recognition can also be highlighted in performance conversations to discuss their overall performance and identify strengths. Having a performance review and conversations with your student employee at least once mid-semester and once in the beginning or end of the semester will foster a strong relationship and keep them informed about their positive trajectory. Check out our website for performance review worksheets and conversations that you can conduct. You must also communicate with your student about unacceptable work behaviors. For many of our students, this may be their first job, and they may not know that their actions are causing disruptions in the workplace. We will go into further detail in the upcoming video, Managing Conflicts. Guidelines and worksheets on addressing conflict and performance can be found on our resource page on our website. Understanding the comprehensive range of student support services available at MATC is crucial for effectively supporting student employees and ensuring their success both academically and professionally. MATC offers a myriad of support services as shown on the screen. Being aware of these resources will allow you to provide informed guidance to student employees, ensuring that they are aware that they can access the assistance that they may need. Whether it's helping them navigate academic challenges or connecting them with career development opportunities, being a well-informed supervisor can play a pivotal role in fostering a supportive environment. This knowledge not only contributes to the overall well-being of the student employees, but also enhances their ability to balance work and academic responsibilities, ultimately promoting their success on both fronts. The Student Employment Office administers both check-in and exit surveys for each student employee. Subsequently, we will forward detailed information specific to each department, as well as all departments as a whole, at the end of the academic year concerning the sense of belonging among student employees and adequacy of their training, their perception of gaining valuable skills, and other pertinent factors. Use this data to implement adjustments within your office and establish objectives geared towards enhancing the student employment experience. Measure your gaps to know where to target your efforts to have the most impact. Encourage your student employees to complete any surveys sent by the Student Employment Office. Finally, it is your responsibility to inform the Student Employment Office of any changes in your student's work status, such as if they resigned, were terminated, stopped showing up for work, or on a vacation that is going to last longer than a payroll period, graduated or dropped out of school, or no longer enrolled in the appropriate amount of credits. To inform the Student Employment Office, all you have to do is email studentemployment@matc.edu. Here are some examples that properly inform the Student Employment Office of changes in student employee work status. As you can see, the supervisor includes the student's first and last name, their student ID number, the last day the student worked, how the student's work status changed and why, and if they need a new application. Managing student employees can be very rewarding, life-changing experience for both students and supervisors. We want to ensure that we provide you with all the tools, resources, and knowledge you need to be a successful supervisor. A successful supervisor leads to a successful student, and the goal of student employment is to give students opportunities for growth during college so that they can graduate with the necessary skills and work experience to continue with their career journey. It is your responsibility as a supervisor to be aware of all the protocols and responsibilities as outlined in these trainings and handbooks. While there may be challenges in times that protocols are not met, the Student Employment Office will follow up to talk through the protocols and discuss how the situation should be handled in the future. We'll send you an email to notify you of the proper protocols or actions that should be taken, and coaching will be offered. If failure to adhere to protocols, you may be suspended, and all student employees may be reassigned to new positions under a different supervisor. It is not our goal to have any supervisor suspended. On the contrary, we want to set both you and your student employee up for success. Thank you for watching, and remember, supervision is a skill that can always be improved, and there are many resources available. At MATC, we recommend checking out HR's Management Essential program, as well as resources available on SumTotal.